Tammany is the master of anecdotal information, right? The stories that come in from constituents and work their way up to the top. The reformers decided that they would be the masters of statistical information, turning the city into an assemblage of data that could be easily understood by reform politicians and used to run the city from the top down. Public health, housing, poverty data collected to better understand and help the poor that the reformers always said they were so concerned with. Economic data for spurring business development. Precise budget figures that would help reformers track the flow of city funds and root out corruption from the nooks and crannies of the bureaucracy. It's an honest system devised, as one New York reformer put it, not so much to jail the grafters as to install business systems which will make grafting difficult. Yeah, Tammany Hall politicians were like the CEO who came up through the ranks and understands all the mix of concerns from, low-level workers, high-level workers, customers, clients, middle managers, all those sorts of people. Good government reformers are more like an outside CEO who's hired for his MBA and fancy resume and brings in a hand-picked group of upper executives and runs everything through them by checking all the data coming in from the Google Analytics and customer relationship management software. Both systems can work, particularly when they're combined with each other. But it's the rare executive decision maker who understands both of these systems well enough to be able to use that sort of hybrid approach. So growing up in New York in the roaring 20s and 1930s, Great Depression, Lindsay was steeped in this statistically driven progressive movement. He also saw perhaps the greatest example of how the machine and reformers could actually work together under the leadership of three figures. Tammany's most reforming leader, Governor Al Smith, the reform movement's most successful behind-the-scenes operator, Robert Moses, and Lindsay's great political idol, Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia. A crisis is usually what puts these new technologies and new ideas and new confident charismats, the people with the most riz, into actual power. They're like snow globe moments, right? Everything gets shaken up and things are floating about, landing in new, different places. For New York City, the Great Depression is, probably the greatest of these crises, certainly up to this point.